Hold on. Marcus, you don't take your butt outside and drill that ball in the
Concrete. Welcome to all ball. Format unique, all access for all y'all. What the spill like back full of elite athletes that wanna teach and it speaks to the streets, so it feel right. Marcus Liberty, a legend on and off the court to give you what you need. Robert Reed is your co-host. Go. Yeah. Like and subscribe and follow like a crossover. Never know what might fall through this bitch tomorrow. So all ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. It's all I know. It's all ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. It's all I know. It's all ball Chicago.
Welcome to another edition of All Ball Chicago. I'm your co-host, Robert Bobby Reed, and I got the legend, the NBA veteran, the McDonald All-American, your host, Marcus, living in the building. What's up, Marcus?
What's up, my beautiful people?
I thought you were going to give me the dry one.
No, man. No, this is a good one. This is a good one today. Can't go dry, man.
What's going on, man?
We talking about the Bulls, man. You saw the title that we put out, the Bulls, but you just can't talk about the Bulls without mentioning that special player.
You said he was your favorite player all along.
Yeah, man. Like for real. I remember this kid playing with Master P and them, back when he was in high school.
Oh, word up.
And they used to tell you, dude, he'll dunk on you, like that was his game, along with that mid-range. But his game was taking you to the rack and I'm going to posterize you.
And who is this guy you talk about?
DeMar. DeRozan, man.
First name DeMar, last name DeRozan.
Man, we see it up and close in person, man. Now, he's on a bigger stage, that big market, Chicago.
Yeah.
He was doing this in Toronto, but now he's on that bigger stage in Chicago and it gets out quick. Like he dropped 40 on you and it's right there, like wow. This guy is, and he never got out of what he's good at. And I'm gonna use an example of Ben Simmons. The knock on him is what?
Can't shoot the jump shot.
He can't shoot, but he's special in a lot of other things, and I think that played a part in his mental. DeMar DeRozan didn't let that affect him. He's not a 3-point shooter, but he can shoot them. But he's like, I'm gonna do what I do best, which is get you in that mid-range, and I'm gonna tear you a new one up. You feel me? So that's what he's all about. What do you like about that man?
To me, it seems like when he got to Chicago and something about being in that building, he hit a switch. And somehow he think he's Michael and Kobe. He's doing that type of stuff. So it's like he hit a switch and said, man, psychologically, I'm in the biggest market. I got the same type of shit as Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got that type of shit. You feel me?
And I remember an interview that he did, and we talked about this a little earlier, and you said, somebody asked the question, who is the best player? And his response was,
me, and me.
So that lets you know, Bob, what he was all about when he answered that question. That, yeah, I may have looked up to Mike, but I don't think nobody's better than me on that court. I'm the man, and I'm going to show you. Now, if they're not mentioning this man as, the MVP, you got to be an MVP candidate. Or did they already have this picked out?
Well, I quote the great Terry Cummings when he came on our show, and he said it. So you can go back and look at it. He said the NBA tells you who they want at the beginning of the season to win these awards. And Joel Embiid was at the top of the list. And it seems as though DeRozan just came on as a late favorite in Chicago, and Chicago's playing well, and it's kind of putting a damper on that. And I think DeRozan is he got a chip on his shoulder. He's in the best situation. He got his own team. He ain't never had his own team.
Mm.
And he took Chicago by surprise because I didn't know that he had that kind of work. I knew he had work, but I didn't know he could bring that thing up the floor, man, and get his own thing. And I mean, the man he has, like Steph Curry and them set the game back 10 years with the three-point shot because people mentally lost what he's doing in today's game is the way that we've always taught to play. The mid-range game. Get to the basket, up fake, get the and one. You know what I'm saying? He's the and one master. I mean, this dude plays the way that we grew up, the way we were taught to play. And you know that, Liv. The way that he plays, we were taught to play that way. And then they came in with these analytics and started making people shoot threes, and it took most of these skilled athletes away from the game.
Yeah, but you got to think about what you just said. Making people. They can't make people do that, Bob, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They set it up that way, right, for people to start thinking that the three-point shot is really important. Why get two? Why shoot two when you can shoot three? Yeah, but if your percentages, everybody can't shoot the three, right? Everybody can't shoot the three. But everybody can work on that close range, that mid-range jump shot. That elbow jump shot was my bread and butter. I love that jump shot right there, right? That was my sweet spot. Yeah, I also could shoot the 12-foot. You know, I love those shots. I wasn't a great three-point shooter, so I never worked on that stuff as much. I worked on it, but not as much. You got so many people now, man, just working on that stuff, Bob, and they thinking that's the only thing I can do. You know, it's to shoot the three-pointer, and that's not the case. You know, you got to work on things that you are really good at. And I'm not
Carvel Bailey, not to cut you off, Carvel Bailey said Liv was a pro because his mid-range was impeccable.
Yeah, man. you know, no doubt. You know, thanks, man. Carvel, that's my guy. You know,
you're 6'8", shooting over the average individual in the mid-range, so it's a bucket.
But my point is, I'm trying to share some light on this. That when you know I can get to any spot in that mid-range area, and I'm talking about myself along with DeMar, DeRozan, that he knew if I can get any shot off in those spots, no matter who's guarding me, I can get my shot off, right? Because he practiced that so much over and over and over again. The same thing can be said with Steph Curry. Mm-hmm. Some people are just naturally gifted in certain things. And once you find it, Steph Curry to me is gifted in those three-point shots. That's his gift.
That's his gift.
That's his gift, man. I think DeMar DeRozan, same thing. Michael Jordan, that was Michael Jordan's game, mid-range. I'm gonna tell you a new one up. It was mid-range. You know, so they changed the game. They tried to change the game because they wanted more. You know what I'm talking about. They wanted more of those guys to come in and be able to shoot. They call them specialists. You know, three-point shoot. Yeah. So they wanted them to get old because they wanted to tap into that market, you know. And I remember my first time playing over in Europe, man, Bob. And it's a true story. Got a rebound. I'm going coast to coast. The dude had a layup. I was ready to dime him for the layup. And this was in 90. This had to be in 95, 96. Right? And I'm like, I'm about to lead him to the basket. I threw the ball toward the basket. This dude went to the three-point line. I got a turnover.
You got a turnover.
He looked at me like I was crazy.
You like, we dive to the basket in America. But that's what's happening in today's game. These guys are passing up three layups for threes. You see it all the time.
You hear
Dudes
it,
kicking out.
Bob. You hear it from the commentator. The commentators, when they do the game, that was a bad shot. He shot a layup. He should have kicked it out for the three. I hear it. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's what it's coming to. Well, that's where it's at.
Right. Well, we can't say that full wholeheartedly because the last three title champions in the NBA has not been 3-point shooters. The Lakers in the bubble, they wasn't a great 3-point shooting team. Milwaukee, they wasn't a great 3-point shooting team. And the Raptors, they had Van Vliet, but they were mostly mid-range guys. You had Kawhi Leonard, you know what I'm saying, over in Toronto. Bron, he ain't shooting, he chipping paint. So, I just think that.
But Middleton can shoot that three. So they had Milwaukee had one that can really knock it down. But he also got into the mid range.
He was
also in that mid range. He also was in that mid range.
Yeah.
But yeah, see Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors when they came up, I think Steve Kerr built that team that way. Meaning, having all these shooters, Klay Thompson,
Well, Mark Jackson did that when he got there.
Right. But I'm saying the system. Mark Jackson didn't put that type of system in where they can just jack up threes, like they were jacking up threes. They were jacking up a lot of threes. Mark Jackson was having them guys play, his system, I don't think Mark had them having them shoot like that.
Well, he did unleash them first, though, remember? He said they were the greatest 3-point shooters he ever seen.
Yeah.
And they fired him because it was dissension in the locker room.
Yeah, he said that, but I'm saying right. I don't think he had them playing that way. Meaning, shit, you come across and shoot. He said that out of his mouth because he saw it in practice that these guys can knock the three down and yeah, those are the best shooters that he's seen. And a lot of us said that. That Steph Curry and Klay Thompson can shoot the lights off that ball. But. I think when Golden State came about with this, man, that's kind of what people tried to model their teams out there. They looking for the next Steph Curry. Your guy Trae Young was doing it at Oklahoma State. I think Buddy Hield was doing it. Somewhat like a Klay Thompson. He reminds you a little bit of a Klay Thompson type shooter. But I don't think there's a whole lot of them. Out there.
It's not.
I think it's more mid-range players that we just don't see because they are shooting the three. And DeMar DeRozan, I think, stuck to his guns. This is what makes me who I am, and I'm gonna continue to do it. And the Bulls is letting him be him, and that's a great thing.
Man, I was telling somebody this team reminds me a lot of that Chicago Bulls team in 1996. That championship team when they had
Craig Hodges,
when they had, I would say the second three-peat. When they had, you figure Mike and Scotty and Levine and DeRozan. And then you got that boy Green that come off the bench. That plays hard. He's like a Dennis Rodman type. You know what I'm saying? You got your rookies, Ayo coming in there. Lord knows he's brought a lot to the table. So I think that.
So who's Ayo, like a Ron Harper type?
Yeah, he like a Ron Harper type. He a Doberman Pinscher.
Right.
He a Doberman Pinscher. And then you got the big center. He played like a Tony Kukoc type. You see what I'm saying?
Luke Longley.
But more versatile than Luke Longley.
Right.
A tweener between Luke Longley, that Euro game.
Right.
So we got that covered. And we just got that team, it seems like a lot of that, like Levine and Scotty, a lot alike. And DeRozan and Mike them a lot alike. So I see this team going deep, man, into the playoffs, and I'm picking them up. I'm picking them to make it to the championship. I'm picking them to make
it. Okay, all right. I like that, and we hope they do, Bob. I do. I really do, man. I want to see Chicago back to where it used to be, and that's winning championships. And I think with DeMar DeRozan, they got a good chance. The Bulls are definitely. Let's get to some of the questions, man. If we have any online.
Let's see who we got. Mac Brown talking about it's a watered down league. Chris Paul is the magician at the mid range. Carvel, I guess we got a couple different treads. Let me go to another tread.
No, I see that one. He said, "Let's see the Chris Paul one. I see that one. Chris Paul was definitely that type of guy. Name some more. Let's name some guys that's in the league now that we feel that has mastered and is really good at the mid-range game, and not just jacking up threes just to say I shot threes."
Well, CJ McCullough. CJ McCullough, he would give it to you every way.
Yeah.
You know?
He's definitely one of those players too. I like CJ. CJ came from a mid-major school too and made a name for himself.
Yeah, CJ McCullough, he's one of them. Shoot, don't sleep on that big boy Ingram down there in New Orleans, man. Even though he's 6'11", he don't shoot a lot of threes. He reminds me of a poor man KD, you know.
KD cold with it too. KD
like super mid-range.
Yeah, he's a mid-range guy too, but he can definitely shoot that three though if needed.
So let's look at the numbers that they said DeRozan had these last few games. All right.
Let's see it.
So we had these last 6 games against San Antonio Spurs. He had 35. Then OKC he had 40. Then Minnesota he had 38. Charlotte 38. Phoenix 36. Last night against Philly 50. I mean 41. 41.
I said 50. Whoa.
41.
Wow.
41.
Wow.
But they played Sacramento last night. So what that's at? What he had I think 40 something last night against Sacramento. Let me pull that up. Anybody remember how much DeRozan had last night against Sacramento?
I thought you said 40. I thought you told me 40.
I know it was 40.
Right. That's what he had, I think. Man.
What do you say to that, though, to these young people when they go into the gym and people try to make them change their games up and try to play a certain way? What do you say to a young man or a young woman that's watching the game right now?
He had 41 last night, Bob. He had 41.
That's nasty.
So you said what now?
What do you say to a young player, girl or boy right now, who's watching the game and watching DeRozan, but then going to practice and they making them play this fast-paced 3-ball, you know, and it's taking them out of their game? What do you say to that kid?
Well, you got to play your game, man. If your game is not a 3-point shooter, then why shoot 3-pointers? You know, I'm gonna do what I'm good at. I'm gonna do what I'm great at. You know, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I'm a 3-point shooter. Now, if you're that person, then yeah, shoot the 3. But don't let a coach, and I don't think a coach would actually say that to a kid if they know their personnel, meaning that they know the kid can't shoot. You know, make them shoot 3s, right? So just continue to work on your inside close shots, master that, see how it feels. Repetitions is so important, but do it in a game-like situation. Just don't go out there shooting spot up mid-range shots. Do it off the move, 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, between the legs, behind the back, you know, crossover. You do those things constantly over and over again, and you'll start seeing yourself being great at it.
Let me give you something real quick. They say DeRozan scored 38 points on 6 for 27. That's 59%, right? Shooting Wednesday, making him the first player in NBA history to score 35 points while shooting better than 50% from the field in 7 consecutive games. DeRozan surpassed the mark set by Wilt Chamberlain, who put together 2 such streaks for 6 games in a row, the last of which came in 1963.
Wow, that's right. That's my bad. I said 41. I meant to say he hit 38. My bad. You're right.
What I'm
38.
saying, but
yeah, he's in the, and that's mid-range. You know, that's what we used to shoot for. Like back in the day, 50%. The mid-range was great. Now they're saying that's a bad shot. Think about it. Come on, man. A bad shot. If I'm shooting a 12-foot, 15-foot jump shot, that's a bad shot now. But evidently, DeMar DeRozan didn't get that memo. because he's shooting it. Come on, man.
Wow. He averaging 38, 5 rebounds, 5 or 6, shooting 60%. He shoots 60% from the field in 7 games. That's nasty.
Here go one right here on YouTube. One of the people watching us on YouTube, Mar Breezy.
My old junior high coach at Rosa Parks, Coach Jackson, he always said, shoot the shots you can make in the game. I agree.
That is facts. That is facts.
I agree. Yeah.
That is facts. But it's not a lot of coaches that has that mentality of telling kids to work on this or work hard on that mid-range jump shot, because I know you better at that than you are at the three-point line. No one is teaching them, right? This is what Cavell says. Check it out.
Right.
Listen to it right here on All Ball Chicago. No one is teaching the importance of being efficiency, just the importance of scoring. That's all they teaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So
hoist up a bunch of bad shots.
So if I'm coaching a team and I want my team to be super good, if I got 5 guys that can attack the basket and they're really good and they can shoot that mid-range jump shot, why am I going to tell them to stay up there and shoot threes?
Right.
And you know what the three-pointer's doing, right, Bob? It's moving it back when they cross half court. So because people are playing the line now. They playing the line. So now these kids are saying, you know what? I'm just going to step across half court and shoot.
They pulling from the volleyball.
Man, it's looking like a circus out there, man.
And it's bad, man. It's bad for the game, man. It's just not a good thing. And I don't want to sound like an old folk, but the fluidity and the beauty of the game was always in the movement of the game and being able to just play it all the way out and not just become robotic and be a cookie cutter. And there's nothing wrong with everybody wanting to play like Steph Curry and them, but because they changed the game. They did speed it up. They changed it, but we have to get back to what works. Practice shooting game shots from game spots at game speed. That's right. That's right, Cavell. You ain't lying, man. Repetition. Oh, absolutely, man. We all midi, man. We can shoot the three, but we definitely we understand the tip drop and all of that.
And that's what I told my nephew a while back. Don't get so caught up in it. Yeah, if you open and you can shoot it, but don't just sit up there and jack it. If the dude is playing off you, what's a better shot? Me taking one more dribble inside that 3-point line and making it. If you tell me to shoot it 10 times, I'm gonna make it probably 7. I'm gonna take that shot all day. So I'm not knocking it though. I don't want people to think that I'm hating on the 3-point shot. Steph Curry is great at it. Dale Ellis was great at it. These are the people that Larry Bird was great at it. Michael Jordan, did Michael Jordan shoot a lot of threes? No. But Mike knew what he can do to get them buckets. Michael was getting 50, 40 points on that mid-range, mid-post, doing his thing. So if the greatest guy, that's just like when I talk about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that hook shot was unguardable. Nobody's working on it though. Nobody's working on it. This man probably scored a good 35,000 points off of sky hooks alone.
I don't know if anybody can master that.
You can master it, man. You just got to put the work in.
If you practice, you got to put the work in. Could you imagine? I will tell you though, growing up, I did not like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because he kept beating Philly. I wanted Dr. J to win one, but that sky hook, it was unstoppable, man. The captain, boy, that's what they called him, the captain, man. And you know what? All we talking about is just kids and people understanding that with great repetition, you can become great. But you cannot come out there jacking up threes off the top and thinking that that's going to work. And DeMar DeRozan is just like a lot of us that grew up playing basketball in the parks. We work our way out. You start in and you work your way out. So
yeah,
let's not forget.
Bob. That has never changed to me. If
Mm-mm.
you know you cooking, right? Meaning you hot from all over on the court, you gonna shoot some threes. I'm not gonna lie. You gonna shoot some threes because you feeling good. You feeling real
Right,
good. So
right,
that's what I'm saying. I don't want people to think that we're knocking 3 pointers. But I started getting hot and close. So when I'm
right,
getting hot and I'm cooking, I'm like, okay, let me try a couple of these threes now. And you see them go in. Now you just all off the charts now. So you on fire.
right,
So you can pretty much pull that thing from half court, and it's probably gonna go in.
right, right,
But you
right.
started in close because you got that feel like, man,
Yeah,
I'm feeling good today. My shot looking real lovely now.
yeah. You
So
got to
yeah,
get up close and get warm, get a couple lays, get it going through, get the sweat going, a couple bankers in, about a couple of them on both sides. People got to understand, you start in and work your way out, man. And
yeah.
we teaching the kids the wrong way, man.
But
Right,
we talked about DeRozan, man. That's our topic today. The mid range. Where has it gone? And why?
yeah.
Why has the three-pointer taking over the game?
Hey,
And I know a lot
Randall
of us, and
McFarland,
I know a lot of us gonna say to Steph Curry. Randall said what?
he said all of those great mid-range shooters have beautiful footwork to get open or room to launch. Oh, yeah, you see it. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, that footwork, it's the intricate key to it because it's all spacing. It's those little jabs and those little pump fakes and hezzies. And it's a beautiful thing when you can master that.
Yeah, footwork, the 1-2, heel toe, and I'm letting it fly. Those
Right,
are the things that I've been taught when I was little, playing the game of basketball. You got to have that 1-2. You got to be able to go left, right into your shot, or right,
right,
left, right into your shot. You got to have
right,
those type of things. And I was taught that over and over again to when I got tired of it. But it helped me in the long run when I'm starting to dribble or I'm trying to catch it off the catch, from the pass, that 1-2.
right,
Some
right,
kids like to hop, but if you hop too high, by the time you come down, the defender's on you. So I
right,
always try to tell the kids, almost like you're scraping your feet on the ground when you're going, you're
right.
going right up to that shot, and release. I was not known as a shooter. I was a scorer, but I had that mentality of a shooter, that I still can knock it down from out here,
Right.
So I
Could
think
you explain the difference between the two?
what the scorer can get you a basket in any kind of way. He can get you on the mid range, he can get you in the post, he can get you in with the finger roll, he can get you with his back to the basket. A shooter has to wait till someone else creates for him.
Okay.
So I consider Steph Curry a scorer.
Right. He's a scorer. But
He's
a scorer that can shoot.
yeah, and I think DeMar DeRozan is a scorer.
Right.
So it's a difference. Kyle Korver, right?
Kyle Korver, yeah.
He's a shooter. He's got to wait. He's got to wait till somebody set him up. They got to set the table up for him.
Right.
And so I say, guys who can score or guys who can shoot. Which one would you want? I'm asking our listeners, who would you want?
Okay. Kevin Hayward said, I'm not putting it on Curry since the 3-point line was putting gems. People start playing ones and twos. Okay. Even as a slasher like Pippen. Oh,
Wait. Go to that Kevin Hayward again. What did he say?
I'm not putting it on Curry since the 3-point line was putting the gems. People started playing ones and twos. You're right.
Yeah. But the 3-point line been in effect for a long time though, way before Steph Curry, and they wasn't jacking it up like that. If you look at the history of the 3-point shot from the 60s, let's say the 60s, let's say the 70s, let's go to the 70s all the way up to now, right? The 3-point shot in the NBA, right? So you're looking at guys that were specialists in that. And I'm talking about like Larry Bird, How many guys on that Boston Celtic team that you thought shot 3-pointers?
I mean, Larry Bird and Danny Ainge.
You know, so now go to the Lakers. How many players you think on the Lakers will shoot?
It was only Cooper.
Cooper, you think?
Was the only one.
And he was
Cooper
more of a
was the
set
only
shot.
one.
And he was a set shot.
Yeah.
So Byron Scott.
Right.
You know,
right.
But you don't see a whole lot. But now in this generation, in this era, how many you think shooting 3-pointer on the team?
Oh man, you got four, 5 people on that floor.
4 or 5 guys that's shooting the three, you know. So I say it to say it's kind of messing the game up a little bit because everybody's shooting it. You know, ain't no movement, ain't no cutting to the basket and getting layups, you know, and this and that. But it's exciting, it's entertainment. So people are looking, they want to see Steph Curry pull it from the 3-point line, from the hash mark, they say, from the logo.
Hey, look, Glover Love said, I don't even watch the league anymore. They make you dizzy shooting all them jumpers. It's a weak mentality and playing the game we love.
He ain't on. Okay, I see it. I see it right here.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. I don't even watch the league anymore. They make you dizzy shooting all them jumpers. And it's a weak mentality of playing the game we love. I'm telling you, man, I can't watch it either, man. I have to watch guys.
We got to go back to this one, man, Cravell, because I missed it on the timeline. Remember, I said it's the 1-2 pull up. Look what he says.
It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step now.
That's a good one, Cravell. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. It's and that traveling, man, that traveling stuff too, man. Boy, with LeBron James did it one time, man, and looked at the ref like the referee was crazy. He literally put the ball up under his arm and started walking, and then he bounced the ball. And the referee's like, "You gonna really show me up like that, man? That's a travel, dude."
I think them dudes be having brain farts out there, man. They get so comfortable. They play all them damn games.
Man, it's funny, man. It's funny.
Yeah, you can get a quiet 30 though, Carvel. Quiet 30-40 shooting twos all night long.
Yeah.
I just think, man, the 3-ball wears you out. I think as an athlete, you become reliant on it. And when it don't fall, you get in the funk.
But let's go back to our man at the Bulls. That one game, he had 40-something points, and he shot 0 3-pointers.
Wow.
0. I mean, he didn't even attempt one.
That's nasty. That's old school pro-am ball there, baby. I'm finna give it to you all kind of ways.
So if he did put that 3-point shot in his game, he would have had 60.
Right. Easy. Or his percentages will drop.
Facts.
Because he getting to them spots, jumping right over the top of people. He faded on Patrick Beverly the other night and put his hand down like this, like he a little baby. You know how they be doing that?
But you know what? That? Yeah. But you know what, Bob? I'm thinking now, man. Man, since we on this topic, man, think about this, Bob. The 3-pointer wasn't even in effect in high school when we were in high school.
Nope.
So maybe that's why we wasn't shooting it really. These guys was really brought up in that, you know. It's 3-point shots. They was brought up in that in high school and elementary. They didn't have none of that stuff when we were playing, man. So should we really be knocking on them? That's the question I want to ask right now.
Well, it's enough history for them to watch the game to know that that's not just the overall part of it. It's enough overlap in history. You had Kobe just left us, so most of these kids playing nowadays seen Kobe, right? And they seen, if you seen Kobe, you seen Mike. If you saw Kobe play for 3 years, you just saw Michael Jordan. I don't care what nobody said. That's Michael Jordan all over again.
Right.
Well, how y'all think that's gonna work out though over there? What do you think that's gonna look like? The Joel Embiid and Harden in the high screen and roll.
Well, we already know what kind of player he is, meaning James Harden. He's a ball stopper. He's going to dribble that air off the ball, right? He's not going to give it real quick to him. He's going to maybe dance with it a little bit and let the help come back onto him and then give it to Joel. So Joel can pass it right back. Joel can pass it right back so he can shoot it. That's what he's going. That's what he's going to do.
You think?
I think.
They're gonna clash?
Why
they give up so much?
Well, that's Daryl, the GM. That's Daryl Morey. He had James Harden with the Rockets. That's his man. That's his guy.
Oh.
So if anything, Doc Rivers about to be watching over his shoulders because it might be a Mike D'Antoni coming soon.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Oh.
Because
we know for sure Mike D'Antoni is Harden's man.
You gotta be watching over his shoulders, man. It could be a plot, to get him up out of there.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I do know Daryl Morey was at the Houston Rockets. He not drafted, but he got that trade to go down with the Pelicans to get Harden over there to Rockets. So,
and then D'Antoni ended up over in Brooklyn, and Harden was over there.
Come on, man. You put the puzzles together, man. You know how to work a puzzle, man. Certain things don't fit in certain spots unless you got the other piece.
Right. You're right.
So be on the lookout for that one, man.
You're right.
Be on the lookout.
Right. That's a tough one right there. So I mean, you never did say who you had. When the trade line got inducted into college, Bob Knight banned his players from taking their trade. They were getting banged. So he finally accepted it.
That's random, man. Bobby Knight wasn't putting up with that stuff. Again, he had to figure out, man, because sometimes you either gotta, roll with the flow, or sometimes you got to stay, what you believe in, and I think the 3-point line wasn't really out as much as, when we grew up, we were street balls. We were straight street ballers that 3-point line didn't matter. We wanted to go to the rack, we
wanted to shake and bake you.
playing 21. I don't even think the kids even play 21 now.
No.
So it's definitely a different era of basketball.
Especially not with 100 people in it.
They would
100 people in that damn Boston, man.
They would laugh at us, man. What is that? Man, we don't play that, man. But that's how you got better, because everybody want that ball. Everybody want that ball.
And then you go home and you finish hooping and you tuck your sock back into the hole in your shoe. Because you growing up in the hood. Harden is a great post feeder and spot up shooter. I think Philly won in that trade. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And the reason why I say that, you got to think about this. That dude is 6'9", man, Ben Simmons. 6'9". Now you putting him over there with nothing but great shooters. Patty Mills, Steph, Durant, Kyrie. You think that kid ain't about to get to the rack and start dunking on people? You think that kid ain't gonna get some triple doubles, if not lead the league like Russell did? Watch it. I don't know if Harden and the big fella can play together. I don't know. We will see if he's a great post, feed the post, passer first. Or is he just saying, you know what? I'm going to play this out and see what happens the next year. Because he didn't even sign. I don't think they wanted to give him that extension or whatever, and I don't think he signed it. So will he be there?
You know, one thing Harden has mastered is how to play the system.
So let's say this: who started that little? Who do you think was the player that started that little step back? Was it Harden or was it Ginobili? Who was it? When you first started seeing guys, because I thought it was a travel back in the day.
The first person I saw do it was Harden. When I first saw Harden do that step to the side shot, I was like, what the heck? He's the first person I saw doing that stuff, man. You don't agree?
Yeah.
And then he had the whole league.
Right.
Remember, Harden was going down the court.
And
he was getting
I'm eating up people.
Running down the court, doing his dance, man. Harden was giving people buckets, remember? So,
yeah, man. No, I'm not taking nothing away from Harden. I think Harden is a prolific scorer. The man can score, right? I'm just saying, will him and Joel Embiid, coexist together? That's what I want to see. If he couldn't get along with Ben Simmons, who to me was a pass first type player, then shit. It's going to be interesting to see what he comes up with.
Hey, put what Mike Conn put up there. The Nets also received 2 first-round picks. Short term, I'm rolling with the Sixers. Long term, Nets. The Nets satisfied all their needs. Oh, okay, Mike. Okay. It's going to be interesting to see, man, because Harden might just go in there and start balling, man, because
Right.
It depends on which Harden shows up. If the Harden from Houston shows up, then and Embiid playing his game, it's going to be tough to beat them. Jordan and Zeke started to step back. We called it creating space, though. But then I can say what Mark Aguirre did, too, because I remember Mark used to use the step back bump, and get the fade off,
Right. I think, like you said, it's just like what we said with the 3-point shot. We wasn't really paying attention to it, so to a lot of people started doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't paying attention to it back in the day because a lot of people weren't doing it. We wasn't paying attention to the step back or the space creating back in the day because a lot of people wasn't doing it. So guess what? People are stealing people's moves now.
Well, that's the only way to work. That's the only way to work. You better steal. I was a thief, big time.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying they do it at like rapid speed now. We'll sneak in and do it. I saw that move. I'm gonna use it. Right. Now it's like with social media, if you do a move and people falling and crossing people over, it's on social media so quick, man. The news can't even put it out there fast enough. So that's what's happening now. So whatever when people are in their homes, gyms, doing these videos, and then they put them out on social media, guess what? People gonna go steal those.
Right.
Man, I like that. I'm gonna put that in.
You ever stole somebody's move?
Yeah.
I stole this move from this dude in my hood. They called him Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou used to come down the court. He played at finger. He'll fake the ball behind his back like he gonna pass it. Everybody run out of there and keep it rolling. I was like, damn, that's cold. That was the first person I seen do that move.
Wow.
The fake behind the back, keep it, and then go roll it.
Right.
And then now you see that people still fall for that move right now today.
Right. Yes, Carell said we all stole moves like coaches still plays.
Hey man, the game.
But then the coach be sitting there from such and such, man. Why you making it seem like you just drew this up and man, you got that from somebody else. Get out of here with that, man. But there's a lot of Carvel, you're right. We didn't mention Penny. Penny Hardaway had a hell of a mid-range game. And we did. Oh, yeah. So I gotta give a shout out to Penny Hardaway too.
Well, you gotta go Grant Hill.
Shit, Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson had a hell of a mid-range game.
Tough, man. Tough. Him, Big Dog Robinson.
Yeah, man.
Jamal Mashburn.
Man,
I mean, those guys was midi.
We can talk about this. Man. We can talk about this all day. Yeah.
Who the midi masters? top 10 midi masters. I'm going Jamal Mashburn, Big Dog Robinson. Who else?
Grant Hill.
Grant Hill. Who else we gonna go from there? We know MJ. We know MJ. We know Kobe Bryant. We're gonna have to throw
Bernard King.
Bernard King, the king of the midi.
Come on.
What about Fat Lever?
Fat Lever. Isaiah was talking about a player that I haven't heard his name in a while, and I can't think of it right now. Damn. He was just talking about it. He said, man, he would kill you. I think he played for Golden State back in the day. Oh, shoot, man, we can't forget about Andrew Toney.
Andrew Toney with the crucial.
The Boston assassin. I mean, he used to kill Boston. Adrian Danley. Oh,
my Lord.
Come on, man. World be free. These are my people on the timeline now, baby. We talking now.
We want to know who the king of the midi is. Midi microwave.
The microwave.
Oh, my Lord. Oh
man. So we could talk all day, man, about that midi, who had it because they were doing it. Mitch Richmond. Somebody went in the crates and got that.
Daryl Jefferson, good one, man.
That was a good one, Daryl. That was a good one. Joe DeMar. Boy, man, it was some cats, man. It was some cats that was. We can't forget about the guy who was at the Bulls. Quentin Daly was a
Quentin Daly, walking bucket. Ooh,
yes, man. Those were the.
Kevin Hayward said, "What about the ankle breakers? The people who used to break ankles."
Well, let's talk about them, man. We here. We might as well talk about them. Quentin Daly was definitely that dude. Yeah, let's talk about it. We can talk about that too, man. We having fun, man.
Nate Archibald, man. You remember Nate Archibald, man, and Calvin Murphy, man. Them dudes, man, them little guards, man, they was breaking ankles back in the days, man. Yeah. I admired them to the utmost, man.
So the question is to our listeners, who had that killer crossover? Who had the crossover that will break your ankles?
Well, we know we go Tim Hardaway. We're going to go Tim Hardaway. We know that. I tell you what, my man Lindsey Hunter didn't have a bad crossover either. Lindsey was fast as hell with that ball.
Man, Kenny Anderson.
Oh,
Come
Kenny
on.
Anderson.
Wicked crossover.
What was Jason Kidd? Did Jay Kidd have that crossover? Or was he
his was fast. No, his was fast. Like when he going on that fast break, he gone.
Yeah, he gone.
He gone. Yeah.
What about
Sharon Collins, man? He don't get enough.
Collins, man.
Man, Sharon Collins, when he was at Kansas, he was giving them boys that yo-yo, and they were like, and then he's shooting that jumper all in their face. Jay Williams.
He said Chris Jackson, Mahmoud Abdul Raouf.
Yes. Ooh. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming, man, because it makes us reminisce. Mahmoud had one, but he had it when he go between his legs, and then he'll cross it right back over, and before you know it, he's up in the air shooting.
Man,
and that's what made. Mark Macon had one. That's right, shaking, bacon. Mark Macon.
Mark Macon
had a crossover that was. Grant Hill had one too. Yeah.
Did I say Van Exel?
Nick Van Exel had one.
Gotta give it to Van Exel.
You gotta give it to Nick, man.
Sam Cassell had one too. Sam Cassell used to be, man. Sam Cassell was cold. He a big part of them two last back-to-back championships for Houston.
Kevin Johnson too. KJ.
KJ.
Man, look at y'all, boy. Y'all going back into the crates, man.
They say Sham God.
Of course, Sham God. They got to move. They got that. They telling kids now, you doing the Sham God.
What about Hot Sauce, man, from the M1 tour? Ugly crossover.
Hot Sauce, man. There you go, man. That's some man.
I actually seen that work. I see him that work, man. If I was that ain't no fluke, man. Hot Sauce had a real cross, man.
Time out, man. Hot Sauce, man. Come on,
Hot Sauce had a real cross, boy. Man, you don't think that was real?
Man, that dude was carrying the shit out that ball, man. he walking and the ball still in. Well, I guess they doing it now, though. Shit. So Glover, you see Glover say, hell no.
Hey, he say white chocolate.
Yeah, he was wicked with it. He was nice with it. We gotta say, hey, you're right. Allen Iverson was definitely.
Hey, Kevin Hayward, shout out to saying the Shem God and the Hezi God with the Hezi God, because the Hezi God is on that video. My son Colin giving him that work, and that man got 1 million followers.
I don't know nothing about the Hezi. I don't know nothing. You don't know
who the Hezi God is in California?
Nah,
he shoot videos of him breaking people. They call him the Hezi God.
anything to make money, man. So I ain't gonna knock the dude hustle, man, because you say he got 1 million views, so he got to be making some money.
He's making some money, man. That man get 1 million views. They call him the Hezi God.
You forgot about your Simeon along.
Derrick Rose, baby.
Yeah, you didn't even mention his crossover.
Derrick Rose, man. Oh my Lord, man. That nigga. Hey, man, I saw Ayo cross somebody over the other night and roll on him with the left, man. He had him at the top of the key, rocked him at the top, dude, almost buckled. Ayo went and rolled on another dude with the left. Like, I got to cross.
That's an effective move. Think about it, man. If I make you think I'm going, if I make you think I'm going right when I know I'm going left, and I'm selling it. I mean, I'm really good at it. Come on, man. These guys are selling moves, like, man, and people buying it. And people buying it.
They buying it, boy.
Man,
they
come on. So yeah.
What about Kendrick Nunn? Kendrick got him. He got that left cross.
Yeah, Kendrick got a cross. Everybody got a crossover. But I was just saying the wicked ones that you see it and you like, man, I ain't even gonna go out there and guard him because I know what he gonna do to me. I think that's what Tim Hardaway put fear in people.
Yeah.
I think AI did it. You know, that guys didn't want Isaiah Thomas. You know, you don't want to get embarrassed, man. So sometimes
Rod Strickland
had one. Strickland dribbled high. People didn't know.
Right.
Rod Strickland dribble was high, but you couldn't take the ball from him.
Did we say Kyrie? Did we even say Kyrie?
We didn't even say Kyrie.
You gotta say Kyrie, man. He got the coldest layup package in NBA history, man.
You know why
I ain't never seen nobody that.
You know why we didn't say it? Because we old school. We thinking about old school dudes. We weren't even thinking about the new school dudes until somebody dropped Derrick Rose, you know, and then we started going to that. But Rod Strickland had it. I mean, but guess who taught Rod Strickland? I mean, Rod Strickland taught Kyrie.
Wow.
That's how that went. Kenny Patterson, Stephon Marbury. Man, come on. Shoot. For that matter, KD got a hell of a crossover at 7 foot.
At 7 foot. Unstoppable. Unfair. And very unfair.
Yeah.
You got KD and them winning. No. You picked Milwaukee to win it, right?
Man, you crazy. You ain't pick no damn Milwaukee.
Who you got?
I got Brooklyn.
You got Brooklyn now?
Not now. I always had them.
Oh, okay. I thought you had the Greek Freak. Okay.
Nah, man. Shit. That was you riding with Milwaukee last year. Now you switching to the Bulls. Hopscotch.
Hey, I got it. I'm coming home.
You jumping all over the place, man. You gonna jump. You gonna ride with whoever's hot.
I don't mess with the West Coast at all, though.
But you're gonna ride with whoever's hot, man. You change up.
That's my hometown team.
Yeah, but
I'm going with my hometown team.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you to say Miami next week.
I don't like Miami. I don't like that team. I mean, Miami. I don't think they got enough over there to be. He said Pearl Washington, old Pearl. Liv, you get a chance to play against Pearl?
Nah, man. Pearl is older than me, man. Pearl was early 80s. I was still in high school.
Okay.
Pearl Washington, New York finest, Syracuse. But I watched many a game in that Big East watching Pearl go to work with that spin. See, Pearl had that spin move too. So he'll cross you and then go right into a spin move. See, I remember all that stuff, man, watching that back in the day. Because I went out and practiced that. That was one of the moves that we were just talking about. You go steal it. I was going to steal that one. He gonna cross and he gonna spin right around. Great move.
Man, you know, the
Tracy
game of
Dillon.
basketball, Tracy Dillon. The game of basketball, we don't have to reinvent it. We just continue to it evolves.
Enhance it, yeah. Make it a little better than what it was. You know, if you can put a little flavor and a little touch to it, you know, just like when you're in the kitchen cooking. It might not taste good, so you add a little bit to it.
Little paprika.
Yeah, you know. So that's all you got to do, man. Is see the game, watch somebody's move, take a little bit from it, add it to your game, make it better, and then you run with it. Because you can bet Isaiah Thomas watched somebody do that move, a crossover. You can bet somebody was doing it in the hood probably that don't get the recognition.
Right.
You know, from a street baller. You know, most of everybody moves came from the streets, from playing out on the playgrounds.
Man, you know what? 99% of the moves of the real killers came from the streets. You can't learn that stuff in school, man. You had to learn that in the streets. You got 90% of that Marcus Liberty game from them streets, boy.
Straight from the hood.
You couldn't get that in school. They're not teaching that in school.
And they don't want you to do it.
No, they don't want you to do that. Like people talking about Michael Jordan. I'm like, you can't tell me Michael Jordan was in class. You can't get that damn good in class. I ain't saying he wasn't going to school, but I just said he wasn't in class. Michael Jordan was a stone cold killer. Man, you can't. You know how good to put in the work to be that good and to be as good as you was, and you know, not saying you weren't going to school, but you put a lot of hours in, bro. You're talking a lot of hours.
No, man, it's simple. You see something, you fall in love with it, and you want it, right? I fell in love with basketball. I wanted it, you know? So it wasn't that I didn't want to go to school. It was like, when I'm finished school, I'm going straight to the court.
Right.
Now, will I miss homework assignments? Probably so. You know, and did the teacher look at me funny the next day? Yes. Did I get a bad grade? Probably so. But then I learned.
Right.
Knock the homework out at school. And then I'm going straight to the court. Knock the homework out in school. And then you go straight to the court. That's what you got to do. If you love something, man, you're going to do whatever it is whatever it takes for you to get better at it. You're going to do it. Whatever that means.
And it all takes repetition, man. If you do something long enough, it becomes habit. It takes 30 days to create a habit. And it takes 30 days to kill a habit. So if you do something consistently 30 days, you can be great at it. So what do you think about this NBA All-Star game, this All-Star weekend? What do you think about that game? You say you don't think that they're gonna go hard at each other this year? I think Giannis ain't been playing with them though.
Entertainment, man. All-Star games, it is what it is. An All-Star game full of entertainment. That's how and I love entertainment, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Right. I don't think it's gonna be like it was back in the days, you know, again, because for one, you got people picking them now. You know, you got your players, your peers picking their own players who they want to see on the team. You know, so it's different now. I get it. It's more about entertainment. So let's face it, that's what it is. Enjoy, get your popcorn, laugh. Man, you see that? He calling them out. He doing his moves, you know. When back in the day, they took that personal. East against the West. You on that East Coast and you played in the Eastern Conference, you trying to go to work on them.
And it was personal.
Right.
It was all personal, but the greatest All-Star games I ever saw back in the days, I know Mike was good. I love watching Mike. It was when Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson was at the controls, because you got a chance to see how basketball is played when you got two great point guards pushing tempo. And I was watching it. They running those games back right now. I just got through watching Vince Carson the dunk contest. What was your favorite memories of those All-Star games back then? Who was your favorite? What was your favorite part of it?
You know what, man? It's two things I liked about the All-Star game. The weekend. I'm gonna say the weekend. Saturdays, you know, the 3-point contest that we just got off the, talking about the 3-point contest, but they made it so competitive.
Yeah.
The dunk contest, of course. I love watching that when Mike and Dominique was going at it.
Oh,
that was classic, right? And then you had that game on Sunday that you didn't play nothing on that Sunday because you're like, man, I got to get ready because I want to watch this, this All-Star game, and it was something that I look forward to. I don't do that now. If I'm available and I'm around, then I'll watch it. But back in the day, I dropped everything that I was doing to make sure Saturday and Sunday I'm watching this.
You ain't lying.
It's not like that no more. It's
right.
not like that.
No, it's not like that no more.
But that's what I like. That's what I like to watch, though. I do like to watch the 3-point contest and the way they formatted, the way they had it set up back then. I don't know if they still have it set up like that. Even the dunk contest, man, they should make a rule, man. If you miss one dunk, that's it. You're getting graded off that one miss. Now they're getting chance after chance. One time, I think the guy missed 10 dunks. Man, I'm like, man, I don't want to keep watching this, man.
At that point, I would stop if I missed 10 dunks.
Come on, man. But
if I ever got in a dunk contest, I would be like charades. I would have people try to figure out, what dunk and I'm doing from the past, right? So like I would fake like I'm Mike. I have one of my guys act like he guard me, go baseline, come back, and him slip and fall, and me go baseline and dunk that mug and be like, all right, now where did you remember that dunk from?
Oh, so you're gonna do some more silly shit.
Yeah, charades. Yeah. You'd be like, oh, that was when Mike dunked up Patrick Ewing, yeah.
And you know what they're gonna do? You just like that one movie. Well, just like on the comedian that comedian in Def Champ says, well, you got booed. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen to you. I think that was my man Ricky. What's that? My man Ricky Harris, man, from Long Beach. He said, "Well, you got booed." That's for goddamn show. You got booed. Yeah.
Oh, heck you know.
Somebody says King is in the building. They say they play Morgan Park today. Man, good luck to my King Jaguars, man. Go out there and make us proud. And beat up on Morgan Park for us.
Y'all done got King. They done brought King back out to the streets.
We got to get King back out in the streets, man.
What? Y'all done left on 47. What y'all, 45th?
We got to get that. We got 44. We got to get my man, the coach, on too, man. We got to get him on the show and talk about what's to come with them King Jaguars. What's the future looking like? I know we need to get the alumni back involved because somebody dropped the ball. One thing I can say about Simeon, they stick together. Simeon alum is probably one of the biggest alums that do things all the time throughout the city. When it's a baseball game, they showing up, showing out. When it's a football game, they showing up, showing out. They tailgate, they have fun. And I think a lot of other schools, Dunbar does. Dunbar have a good, alumni base too. Dunbar does do it a lot too. And I think the P is starting to do it too because Phillips got some good things going on over there. But King, you just don't hear too much about King no more. And everybody says, well, they got, academics and they doing this and that. What are they supposed to do? They're not supposed to do academics? Hold that high, academic standards high. They do that. Stanford did that. Stanford has a high academic, and they still got sports. King can still do the same thing. We got to get King back to where it used to be, man.
And King's real actual full name is Martin Luther King.
Yeah. So Lane, we need to know where's that game being played at? The King Morgan Park. Is it at Morgan Park or is it at King? Kevin Haywood wants to know. And then probably a lot of our listeners want to know, so they can go out and watch them Jaguars. So where is the game being played at, Lane?
I got this young lady, man, created this song, man. It's a rap song, man. It's about basketball. It's a young lady, man. This song is so hot. She want to come on the show, man. I'm gonna talk to you about it. I'm gonna let you. I sent it to you. I know you ain't probably had a chance to really listen to it, but they trying to do a TikTok with it. But she's speaking up for the young ladies. It's big time. You know, we want to give the young ladies a chance, man. It's a very clean song. It's a very good song, man. I told her mom we'll rap with her about it and get her on, man, because we want to support the ladies, man. Gotta get
No, definitely. No, definitely, man. No.
It's a high school young lady, too.
And if any other ladies that would like to get on and join the show and talk about some of the things that they remember and growing up in Chicago or wherever you may be from, and it's you know, doing sports, of course, we you know, because it is a sports show that we have here, talking about some of the memories that you had, who taught you the game, and who took it, you know, to the next level and made it to the WNBA or played professionally overseas. Because a lot of girls back then, they didn't have what the guys had, meaning the NBA. They had some pro teams going on, but then they fold. So they made a lot of their money overseas, you know, women basketball. So they was away from their family, far, far away from their families, man, to make ends meet and then come back to the States and celebrate.
Well, you know, I'm just glad the playing field is opening up for women now more than ever, man, because let's face it, they have been the minority for so long. And there's so many programs out here helping women build businesses, start new franchises and all of that. So we want to support the ladies, man, and let y'all know that, man, y'all are more support. Y'all the nurturers of this earth. And you got our support over here at All Ball Chicago, baby.
Kevin, that game tonight at King is at King High School, and it's at 5 p.m. It's at King High School. King plays Morgan Park, and it's at 5 p.m. Go out and support.
Are they gonna stream it?
I don't know, but go out and support those young men who's trying to play, who wants to play, who wants to get seen, who wants to get encouraged. So go out there and clap your hands, celebrate, cheer them on. The mighty
shout out to King, man. Shout out to King making a comeback, baby, early in 2022. Come on, man, show your tail. You know, and speaking of Simeon, man, and I know it's a lot that has to do with, people think it's a lot that got to do with sports, but our alumni, man, it's not just sports. You know, it's a lot of people, man, who are just diehard school, you know, about the school, you know, about the whole core of the family. So it becomes more like a family thing. I know Simeon get a lot of credit for the sports part, but the vast majority of the people there are family oriented. And I'm just a fly on the wall.
No, you're treating it just like college. You know, the bond that you guys had is a life for a lifetime. It's for a lifetime. You know that. So when somebody says we going on a cruise, guess what? Simeon alums, y'all gonna get together and say, all right. So somebody might put it on one of y'all social media pages, and then y'all try to make it happen. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna be there. Right. That's what it's all about, really. When it's all said and done, the basketball stops or the baseball, whatever it may be, that friendship, that bond that you had when you were celebrated in that era, you continue to be buddies, you know, continue to be friends. That friendship, you know, lasts a lifetime, man. And I think King has it. It's just nobody really supports it as much. King has an alumni base that
I know y'all
put on things, but it's just not as big as a Simeon or a Dunbar thing, you know. So we just need to get it back, man, and go out and support. You know, whenever I can, whenever I'm in Chicago, from here on out, if it's basketball season and I'm in Chicago, I'm going by King High School and support them and watch them if I'm in town.
I think before the COVID, though, every school, all schools was having their picnics and getting together, man. I was seeing it like crazy. Like everybody was getting together, man, and it was a good thing. More and more people were getting out. So I think it'll get back to that, man.
But let's go back before we get out of here, man, about the Bulls.
Okay.
And you got to really talk about this, man, before we go. What makes you feel in your heart that they're going to win?
They got all the right tools. They got all the right tools, man. They got everything that they need. They got a guy, man, who's capable of scoring 15 in the fourth quarter. You know, championships are won in those fourth quarters. And majority of the big-time players, they need to be able to score 10 to 16 in the fourth quarter to win titles. DeRozan has shown us that. And I don't see anybody else in the league right now other than Giannis that's capable of giving you those type of numbers in the fourth quarter. Maybe KD. So I'm going with the Bulls for that reason alone, because unless they run a double at them like they did last night.
And what about the coach? You got to throw him in there.
Man, the coach is the ultimate player's coach, man. I mean, you got to think about it. Everywhere he's went, he's had a chance to change the culture. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about this on the next show. But man, I just so happen to pull up King's history, man, and they talking about all of y'all, man. Ephraim Winters. They talk about you. Jamie Brandon, Thomas Hamilton, Rashad Grant. I went on Wikipedia, man. They got y'all whole layout in here, bro. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it all comes together. Because I didn't know that y'all had 2 Class A titles in track, and multiple Class A titles in wrestling. I'm just looking at it, man. Like y'all had a dominance I'm just looking at it from 1985 to 1999. Y'all had a good long-ass run.
No doubt.
And then just looking back when the school first opened up in 1971, and then Cox got there. So, yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see how it all comes together for King, man, because this is something that has to be all these damn titles and all this stuff. You know?
Man, it's just people got to enlighten people on that, though. People don't like to go research and look up things about certain high schools or certain programs, or even with the Chicago Bulls back in the day. Before Michael Jordan, can you tell me who was on them teams?
Right.
Think about it.
I remember.
I know you do, but I'm just saying, if I'm talking to the listeners,
right,
who would be those players? Because most people remember Michael Jordan. They don't remember a Reggie Theus that was there before Mike, doing his thing. They don't remember, Bob Love. They don't remember those type of players, back in the day. So it's just what people like to see, and it's the easy way out. And it's easy to say, you know what, I know what I'm talking about, instead of just doing your research. Just like what I said about DeMar DeRozan. He was this type of player for a very long time. This just didn't happen with the Bulls. This is who he is. This is really who he is. So when we think about it, when it's all said and done, that man ain't do nothing but do what he do best.
Wow. Man, y'all had a couple of guys, man, not to cut you off. Y'all had a couple of guys go to the NFL, man, in 2008.
Come on, man.
For the Houston Texans.
And one of them played for Dallas. Then one of them played for Dallas Cowboys too, I think. That came out of that. Man, King wasn't no slouch, man. It wasn't just known for basketball. We had some actors come through there too.
Yeah, sadly enough, Adele Pendleton was there. She went there. The 15-year-old girl that was fatally shot in Chicago. She was in Barack Obama's inauguration.
Yeah.
Man, hold on. Yo, Landon Cox was a saxophone player?
Come on, man. I told you that. He was a musician. That's how he put that. Yeah, I said that on one of our first shows, man. I said that's how he orchestrated. He was a musician.
Oh, yeah, you sure did.
Come on, dude.
Sonny. That's where he got his middle name from, Sonny.
Man.
Sonny on the sax. All right, okay.
That's why everybody was hurt. That's why y'all was hating on him, because he was a mastermind.
Boy, I wish I could have met that man. Hey! Woo! Oh, that damn man. I wish I could have played for that man now. I've watched y'all teams play enough. And I ain't saying he rolled the balls out. I'm saying he got the most out of those guys. Shout out to Sonny Cox.
He's what everybody would love to play for, a type of coach. He's a player's coach.
Yes, he is.
You know,
yes, he is.
And you had to respect him. If you didn't respect him, 9 times out of 10, you probably wasn't going to play. You know, and the football coach at Phillips, tight end, started at Alabama. Wow, okay.
They say the school, it cost $7 million to construct y'all school, and it was named after Dr. Martin Luther King, October 17, 1971, by Richard M. Daley. Because King lost his life in 1968, so that was good. That's good stuff, man. Let's get a little history about King, man. That's a good run, too.
Well, it's still Black History Month, right?
Absolutely, man. Shout out. Shout out,
man. Oh wow, we missed this one. Alex English, yes, a mid-range master.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man, there's so many, but
what was Ray Allen? Wasn't Ray Allen a mini before he started shooting three?
Yeah, man, shoot. That's what everybody was back in the day, Bob. Really think about it. Everybody, if you was in the 80s, 90s, and a little bit of that 2000, you was shooting the mid-range.
Yeah.
You was shooting the mid-range.
Who the Bulls play tonight? Let's see if we got a game tonight. Let's see. Bulls playing tonight? Oh, yeah. No, we ain't. No.
They're probably playing this weekend, probably.
Oh, yeah, because it's All-Star weekend coming up. Yeah, I think it's
the Bulls play on the 24th.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's All-Star break.
Yeah. So we got
how many Cleveland?
How many guys they got going to the All-Star? They got Io doing the rookie, All-Star game.
Yeah, and they got DeRozan and Levine.
Is Zach gonna play? Because he's supposed to be hurt. Is he still going? Or he's just gonna go participate?
He said he gonna go. He said he going.
Okay. So
Zach, no man, it's hard getting to that joint. Did he make it last year?
I don't think so. Well, did he? I think he did.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking about the Olympics. He played on the Olympic team because I remember that. Now I don't know if he played on the All-Star team or not last year, but that's gonna be something interesting. And I'm glad you said, because I didn't even know the All-Star game came on this weekend.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying, man. Back in the day, I had that marked.
Right.
I'm watching this game. But now
man.
It's like, man, if I'm around, if I'm available, if I'm sitting at home, I'm gonna watch it.
Well, Sunday's usually Sunday evening. I'm sitting somewhere down. About 7 o'clock, I'm sitting down somewhere, man.
Well, give a shout out, man. Let's give a shout out to.
We got on. Yeah.
And then we gotta wrap this thing up.
Yeah, it's All-Star weekend, man. We want to thank all y'all for coming on. Kevin Haywood. Hold on. Glover Love. Shout out to you, my brother. Hold on.
Frank Brim, I see you. Eddie Johnson Jr., I see you. Cavell, Mac Brown, thanks for tuning in.
Peter Weestraw.
Mark Breezy, number 24. Thanks for tuning in from YouTube channel. Also, guys, make sure you go check us out. Check us out on YouTube too. We got a lot of the episodes that we've been doing on YouTube. You can subscribe to it, man, and go back and check it out too.
Shout out to my man, the Con Man. And Carvel Bailey, you said Carvel Bailey. I don't know, Apex Yosemite. I don't know how to pronounce that.
You said you don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, and we still got to get Irvin Small on. We said we was gonna get Irvin Small on, so we got to work on getting Irvin on next week, so he can come on and just chop it up with us, man. So, Irvin, we definitely gonna get you on, my brother.
Mike Kahn said David Thompson was the best. Or a 40-inch vertical.
I don't think he just had a 40. I think that man had probably a 50-inch vertical. But yeah, Mike definitely is on point with that. I got a chance to meet him too, man, and sit down and talk to him, man. Great dude. Because he played with the Nuggets, man, and he came back when I was playing, and man, we sat down and talked. And I'm like, dude, is it true that you used to jump on top of the backboard, grab the quarter off, and leave, 5 nickels? But people. He's telling you who he is now, Bob.
Oh, Bernie Johnson. What's up, Bernie Johnson?
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to be kin to Ernie Johnson with our Inside the NBA.
Ernie Johnson. Oh man, I don't think Bernie is related. Well, he could be related to Ernie Johnson. You never know.
And let me do my drop right quick. Make sure y'all swing over to the website, man. Get the culture, man. Make sure y'all get over there and get that culture, the world's first social distance device. Swing over there to the page. Get the device. You know what I'm saying? Support the business, man. www.culturedevices.com. We're still moving these boys in silence, man. Thank y'all, man, out there in California. Thank y'all in Florida and Texas. My boy out there in Texas, Rob, man. Thank you for plugging the page. He done hooked the website up to my page. He's selling them out there in Texas. Straight up, bro.
Wow.
My man Poochie, man, from Jackson State. My little bro out there. He stole my crossover and took it down to Texas. He took it down there.
Well, that's good, man. Bro. Well, that's good, man. And also be on the lookout for the Give Me Liberty book, man. It's gonna be dope. We got apparel line coming with it, so it's gonna be super fly,
baby.
You dig? So that's gonna be dropping soon too. So make sure you be on the lookout.
That's gonna be dope, man. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Well, man, with no further ado, man, I'm glad you were ready to hop on because I was finna do this show. I was just gonna go live by myself and talk about DeRozan. You saw it. You were like, you must have read my mind, like, because we had to talk about it. You said that's your man, so we got it out.
I love it. Man, shout out to the Chicago Bulls, man. You guys are making us proud. Keep balling, DeRozan. Keep balling, Io. Keep balling, Zach. Man. Chicago Bulls, we back.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your co-host, Bobby Reed. Oh man! See, this is all uncut and unedited, right? Yeah. Man, you go out and have a good day, man. Be safe out there in them streets, man.
You better know it. Be good.
One love, man. Peace. And I'm out of here.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Chicago. Oh, Chi-town. Oh, Chicago.